Okay, Gannon, JV game is over. We'll see how much time they put on the clock, and we'll be ready here shortly.
All right.
What's that?
So more than likely 15 minutes, I would think.
I would think.
That's what they've got, 15.
Just let me know you want me to roll it.
Okay, Bob.
The NewsRadio WJPF Morning News Watch.
So let's remember that the biggest part of your property taxes are for schools. And in the legislature, we continue to pass bills.
So actually, Gannon, let's go on and
Senator Terry Bryan.
when this stop set is done, play the station ID and roll the open.
Mandated schools to do so that we can reduce the need for that. And then that's going to trickle down to local government, to school boards, to county boards, and so forth.
Listening to News Radio WJPF Heron and WCIL Carbondale, a proud member of
A lot of schools
Radio
wait till both teams are on the floor before they
WCBF.
start the clock, but not
Supposed
tonight.
to.
I would
The
think.
Carterville Lions are on the air. News Radio WJPF is proud once again to be your home for Carterville Lion athletics all season long. This broadcast is brought to you in part by the SIU Credit Union, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 702, Montgomery's Place, Central Hospital for Animals, First Southern Bank. Also helping to make this broadcast possible, Riggin Palach and Burke Funeral Home, John A. Logan College, Rise Performance, Banterra Bank, Shawnee Health, the City of Carterville. Also supporting this broadcast, Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating, Steve and Rich's Barber Styling, Malone's Early Learning Center, Polar Whip, and the Bank of Heron. It's time for the Carterville Lions on News Radio WJPF.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Carbondale High School. It's Dave McKenzie and John Homan alongside here. I'm Bob Brewer Courts at Carbondale High School, getting you set for Lions basketball as the Lions are going to be playing this non-conference game against the Carbondale Terriers. It's been a week since the Lions have had a ball game. The last time we spoke, John Homan, as far as Lions basketball, was that loss against the DuQuoin Indians.
Yeah, that was unexpected, I think might be a fair way to put it. Certainly the Lions have gone through some troubled waters of late. Had, of course, injury to Barrington didn't help any, and then, of course, the illness to Caden Wilson didn't help either. So Lions hopefully are a little bit better prepared for tonight's game, and we'll give Carbondale a good battle tonight.
Well, Caden Wilson's back in the lineup, and that's 10-plus points that the Lions didn't have for their last two games. Lions, John, have been on a trend. You know, they started off the season 1-1, and since then they win 3, lose 3, win 3, lose 3. So when you look at that trend, Lions should win tonight.
That's true. A good way to break it down.
We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Carbondale's an interesting foe. I saw them play Saturday here against Breeze Mater Dei. They pushed it to overtime before Breeze Mater Dei won the ball game. But they're on a losing streak. The Terriers
8 in a row.
lost 8 in a row, and I was told they're just like 2 losses off the school record. So Carterville has a good chance to try to keep that streak going, for Carbondale, you might say. But I'm expecting a really interesting battle. I think pretty evenly matched game, actually.
Yeah, I agree. This is just going to be a week of Jackson County battles, though. Tonight it's, of course, here at Carbondale, but on Friday night it's going to be the Red Devils from Murfreesboro that come to Carterville. That's a conference matchup.
Yeah, and that now an Ohio division battle for Carterville, second year in the Ohio for the Lions, and Murfreesboro is kind of intriguing to me. I mean, they started out like a house of fire. They've lost a couple of games to really good teams, but they really haven't ascended like I thought they might. There's still a lot of time left in the season for the Red Devils to do that, but they're very thin. They don't have the depth they have a really good starting 5, and the Lions will have to raise their level of play a notch or two to be able to win that one this Friday.
If I've heard correctly, I think they only play like 6 players. That's about it.
Yeah, they're very thin.
That's about all they play. That's John Homan. I'm Dave McKenzie as we're getting you set for Carterville Lions basketball here on our Bank of Heron pregame show. I had a chance to talk with Shane Hawkins, kind of catch up with the coach. And when we come back in 60 seconds, you're going to hear from the head coach of the Carterville Lions. That's coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really
cool
what
up
you
here,
need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Heron mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find bank locations, monitor account activity, even make a deposit. Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Coach Shane Hawkins joining us on our pregame show. Coach, let me reintroduce myself. I'm Dave McKenzie. It's been a week since we've seen each other and taking on the Carbondale Terriers here tonight. But what'd you guys do last week with all the weather?
It wasn't ideal, but it wasn't ideal for everybody. So it's not like somebody gained an advantage. We were out school, and the days ran together. I know we practiced Saturday. I think we went Wednesday, Thursday, I think. We got a couple practices in, which was good because as the week went on, it looked like we weren't going to play. So it gave us a chance to do very little scout stuff and just work on us. And I thought for the situation we had in which you're out of school and you don't know when you're going to play or you don't know who you're going to play, and I thought our guys did a really good job in practice. I thought we used those days that we had practice. I thought we got something out of them. I thought we had good practices. I thought we were competitive, and I think we got what we needed to out of those 3 days.
I wasn't in school. I wasn't a mathematician. I wasn't a statistician, but kind of riding a trend right now: win 3, lose 3, win 3, lose 3.
Yeah, and it's, let's put a stop to it tonight. That would be nice. But you know what? It has given me a chance to. You can look at team stats and stuff and individual stats through 2 games or 5 games, and there's so many variables the way they could go. But once you get to 10, 12, 14 games, it's kind of who you are and kind of just dissecting things. And it's, I think our magic number is 50, and when we give up over 50, we don't win. So that kind of tells us that that we have to be better defensively to not give up 50. That's kind of our breaking point right now. If we score over 50, we're pretty good, but we have to be able to with our games, if you look at scores, we got to be able to win a 2 or 3 or 4 point game in the 40s, because that's kind of who we are right now, and we've played a lot of games in the 40s, and so you have to be efficient offensively, but you also have to be pretty good defensively. And I think that the things that got us last weekend, it was kind of in back-to-back quarters. At Harrisburg, we turned it over 5 times in the fourth quarter. And we had 10 for the turnover. So it's not really a turnover thing. It's not like we're turning it over 16, 17, 18, 19 times a game and we're leading to runouts. But our turnovers were critical at critical spots, and it's we turn it over and it's a 2 or 3 point game and we don't get a shot, and then you flip it to the next night, and I think we had 12 turnovers against DuQuoin, which was too many because they didn't really pressure us, but we had 7 in the first quarter. So you look at it, and Harrisburg really didn't pressure us in the fourth quarter, but you take those 2 quarters and now you've turned it over 12 times. Well, give us a chance. Give us. You lose at Harrisburg by 5, but it was I think a 1 or 2. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been so long when we played.
True.
And give us 3 of those possessions. Have 3 turnovers or 2 turnovers in the fourth quarter, and give us those 3 possessions. Maybe we get a basket. Maybe we get an offensive stick back. Maybe we get to the free throw line. But give us a chance to score. And then, in the DuQuoin game, we turned it over 7 times in the first quarter, and it kind of got us off to a bad start, and we never really could recover. And we played like that. We were very sluggish and we were very lethargic, and we just could never. I didn't think we played very hard for the first time that I can say that of any game this year, any practice. I didn't think we really. I think we played. And we talk with our guys, you're either playing or competing. And I didn't think we had a whole lot of compete. I think we played. It was like we're picking up teams at the rec. And we kind of played like that against DuQuoin. And I think a lot of the bad things that happened in the DuQuoin game were self-inflicted.
What do you know about this Terrier team?
They're athletic. They've got a lot of guys that don't have a whole lot of varsity experience. They've lost 8 in a row. And those teams are dangerous. Those teams are dangerous, especially when you come to their place and it's you're playing somebody that's 6 miles down the road. For them, they're seeing, hey, this is a chance for us to get healthy again, and kind of we're at the same point. It's a chance for us to come on the road against a 3A school and go get one and start feeling good about ourselves as we get back into conference play. But they're athletic. We've got to be able to keep them off the glass. We've got to be able to use their athleticism against them. We got to be able to shot fake and go and get them in the air and go finish at the rim. And that was in the 2 games last weekend. We were atrocious from the perimeter, but we weren't any better scoring at the rim. I mean, I think the DuQuoin game we were 12 of 30 in the paint. It's not like we shoot a bunch of 14 and 15-foot pull-ups. It was stuff at the rim where we just couldn't finish it. So we've made a big emphasis in our practice, this sense of just playing off 2 feet and getting under control and being on balance, and then maybe we have a chance to make those shots. But the same thing's going to be true tonight. We've got to be able to get into the paint and play off 2 feet, get a shot fake, get them lifted, and then get into their body and get the finish, and then get the contact if we can. But we got to be able to finish at the rim.
Good luck tonight, Coach, and we'll talk postgame.
All right, thank you.
There you go, John Homan. You heard from Coach Shane Hawkins, and man, when a coach in the middle of the season takes a deep dive into numbers, it's kind of interesting, isn't it?
It is, and I mean, you never know how these extended breaks affect your team. Sometimes it helps you, get you a little bit more time to get refocused. Other times it kind of takes you a little bit out of your rhythm. All we can do is wait and find out, but the Lions have to look at this, in my opinion, as a new season. They have to get ready for the sprint to the finish line, and this is their opportunity to start right here, get back on the winning track after a rough weekend not too long ago, and try to find some way to get back and control themselves.
I agree with you. We'll find out here in about less than 5 minutes as the Carbondale Terriers come back out on the floor here this evening. And, 2 games this week. I'm actually surprised we're only playing 2 games. We had the Meridian game gets canceled. We had the Massac County game that got canceled. And we also had, was there another game I've lost track of my schedule. The Pinckneyville game got moved.
Yes, got moved,
to
right.
February 18th.
Rescheduled, yes.
So, but
yes.
We don't have any rescheduled dates for. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't reschedule Meridian, since it's not a conference game.
Yeah, and you need extra game. You want to get those extra games.
Yes.
You don't want to have big lapses going toward the regional tournament.
But they will reschedule that Massac game, and I've not seen anything or heard anything about what that date will be as of yet. But once we hear, we will let you know.
We know we're going to play it.
Yeah, at some point. It's a conference
Although I
game.
do recall a time not too long ago whenever, because of weather, there was a conference game not made up. So it does happen depending upon the team's record and that kind of thing.
And probably when it hits. If it's like at the very end of the season.
Right.
And You know, maybe they're not in a conference battle.
But almost assuredly it'll get
Yeah,
rescheduled.
absolutely. But the Lions are going to be home coming up Friday night when they host the Murfreesboro Red Devils there at Carterville High School. Lions come into this game, they're 7-7 on the year. And as we mentioned, the Terriers, they started off, they were 6-2 to start the season, but they've lost 8 in a row. They are 6-10 on the year now. They're 0-2 in South 7 play. They average 50 points a ball game, as do the Lions. But the Terriers give up 52 a game. The Lions only giving up about 46 a ball game on the season. So, like you said moments ago, it's a pretty even matchup here tonight.
I think so. Carbondale plays a little bit bigger schedule. They play bigger schools. They're a 3A school. Carterville's a 2A school. But I think they're very comparable talent-wise. I think we'll see a very close match, probably in the lower 50s, upper 40s.
That's going to wrap up our Bank of Heron pre-game show. We are going to go on and take our final break as we get ready for the national anthem. And then the starting lineups as the Carterville Lions on the road taking on the Terriers here at Carbondale High School. We will be back with the starting lineups here on News Radio WJPF. Just keep it until I say bring it back.
Has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
I was reminded again that Southern Illinois is something special when I met team members at Banterra Bank. They have taken the time to get to know me and support my goals. I've learned what a true partner they are to their customers and communities. Best of all, they offer a Saluki Visa debit card that supports SIU scholarships and athletics. I can access 55,000 ATMs with no fees, plus have convenient banking with their mobile app. That was an easy win for me. Banterra Bank, official partner of Saluki Athletics, member FDIC.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702 represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there. SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25 and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIUC.
Bring it back after this.
To start earning, apply online at SIUC.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Carbondale High School here on this Tuesday night of high school basketball action. The Carterville Lions ready to take on the Terriers of Carbondale. Of course, the Lions going to be the visiting team, Shane Hawkins, and the starters being announced right now. And it's good to have Caden Wilson back, the 5'10 junior. The guard wears number 11. Alex Kimbrough, the 6-foot senior, plays the guard or the forward position. Colton Hawkins, who averages 11 points a ball game. He's the leading scorer for the Lions. Wears number 21. Parker Poole, man on the inside, averaging 6 a game, wears number 23. And finally, Maddox Gully, the 5'9 sophomore, averaging 5 points a ball game. So it's going to be back to the normal starters: Kimbrough, Wilson, Hawkins, Poole, and Gully, the starting 5.
Well, I think the interesting thing about these two teams, Dave, is that both are relatively young. They The Lions start 2 seniors. The Terriers only start 1. Both teams will have a lot of experienced players playing again next year at the varsity level.
So the starting lineup now for Coach Jim Miller, who's been at Carbondale High School for a long time. And it is the starters now being announced for Coach Jim Miller. It's going to be the 5'11 junior, Jackson Marlowe Evans. He averages 14.4 a ball game. Number 11, Davin Woolley, the 5'9 sophomore, comes in averaging 8 a game. Then you have Kaylin Lilly, the 5'9 junior, just over 2 points a ball game. Number 23, Corian Keene, the 6'1 senior. And finally, it's going to be the 6'1 junior, number 24, McKenzie Green, who comes in averaging 9.5 points per game. So, you know, Carbondale, they're athletes, they're quick, they're fast, they got good hands, they can get up and run, and you're on their home floor.
That's right, and they're hungry for a win.
Yeah.
Because they've lost so many, 8 in a row.
Yeah.
So, you know that they see this as an opportunity, and what the Lions need to do is really get off to a quick start and put that doubt back in their minds.
Absolutely. We appreciate you tuning in here on News Radio WJPF. And don't forget, you can watch the game if you go to YouTube. Just search Carterville at Carbondale. Should take you right to it. Or you can search Dave McKenzie, and it'll take you to the game as well. Carbondale cheerleaders doing their welcome cheer for the fans just below us here. In a nice crowd here on a Tuesday night.
Not too shabby.
For a high school basketball game, but both teams get their final instructions and are making their way to the floor. The officials are ready to go. Kick back. Let's see who wins this. We'll tell you during the next 90 minutes or so. Parker Poole is going to do the jump with Corian Keene. And the ball is in the air, and we are underway, and it's tipped out of bounds. And they may have to. They're going to say it's Carterville ball.
I'm going to say the tip was controlled by Carbondale, apparently.
So it's Lions moving right to left. They're in their road blues here this evening. Of course, Carbondale, the white and black uniforms, white with the black numbers. And the first turnover of the game belongs to the Lions, as the pass was to the post to Parker Poole, and it was picked off. With the basketball, Marlo Evans out to the left wing, puts the shot up, no good, tipped around, and it's saved on the floor. Nobody's picked it up. Terriers get it, and the runner with the left hand for Jackson Marlo Evans gets the scoring going for the Terriers. They put pressure on the ball as Gully brings it across the timeline. Out to the right wing. Welcome back, Caden Wilson for the Lions. High post pass to Hawkins. Caden feeds the cutter. Kimbrough. Pass was tipped away. Another turnover on the Lions. You heard Shane Hawkins talking about the number of turnovers in that loss to DuQuoin. They had 7 in the first quarter. 15-foot jumper, no good from the Terriers, as it was put up by Corian Keene, and the Lions get the rebound. Outlet pass to Caden Wilson. Post pass to Parker Poole. Can't finish. And the rebound is grabbed by the Terriers. Davin Woolley brings it into the front court. Here to the right wing, Marlo Evans. The left-hand pass to Lilly. And now it is going to be Keene that dumps it off to Marlo Evans. Evans, he drives, pulls up at the low block, puts the shot up. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Jackson Marlo Evans, and the Terriers lead it 4-0. Kimbrough to Hawkins. Caden drives into the paint, puts up an off-balance shot, tried to get the foul, and the rebound is grabbed by the Terriers. Right wing to Lilly, trying to get the post, and he does, gets it right back. Lilly inside the arc, whips it around, they wind up over around the left wing. That's Davin Woolley with it. Bounce pass to the high post to Green, and Carterville almost stole it in. They say it was off of Keene. And so the Terriers with their first turnover. And an opportunity here for the Lions to score their first bucket of the game. They trail 4-0. Gully forces his way into the front court with the left-hand dribble, brings it here to the left side. To the paint, to Kimbrough. Kimbrough, he flashes across the lane, dishes it to Hawkins. Hawkins at the free throw line, down the left side, puts it up. No call, no foul call. The ball goes out of bounds off of the head of Colton Hawkins. And it's going to be another turnover on the Lions. 3 turnovers. Terriers with the ball, though. Lilly out on the right wing. Post got free. That is Keene, and his shot was blocked by Hawkins. If Keene had handled that pass cleanly, he might have had an easy bucket. Hawkins dishes it right side. Caden Wilson, his three's no good, and another rebound grabbed by Corian Keene. And here come the Terriers. And to the front court. Kind of sloppy by both teams here early.
You can tell that neither team's played. At least Carterville hadn't played in a while. Carbondale played Saturday.
That was an overtime loss to Breeze Mater Dei.
Yes.
Wound up being 54-51, the final score in that game. Lions steal the basketball. Turnover number 2 on the Terriers. And Hawkins tried to feed the post. And luckily, it winds up with Kimbrough. Now here's Wilson to Parker Poole. His short jumper no good. Wilson got a tip, but it wouldn't fall. And another rebound for the Terriers. But they throw it right back to Carterville. Carterville out on the right wing. 3 from Hawkins, no good. That cold shooting from the Lions continues at the start of this game. Outlet pass to Lilly. Corner left. Woolley's 3 buried. 7-0. Terriers on top of the Lions here. 4 minutes remaining in the first quarter, midway through the first. And a steal just ripped out of the hands of Hawkins. He was down in the lane. Spin move, ball out of bounds. And it's going to stay with the Terriers, and a timeout is called by Shane Hawkins. Lions trying to get a point on the board. We're midway through the first quarter. It's all Terriers, 7-0, back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
In downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities, offering something for the whole family. Members enjoy 24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning.
Say that again.
Sports medicine and
Warville
massage
is
therapy.
beating Cesar
Looking for
by
a great
30 in the
variety of
second
cardio
quarter.
equipment?
Woo!
Look no further than Rise Performance. They even have a separate room for free weights. Rise Performance on Division Street, Carterville.
This Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville. We want to update you about the upcoming plans to remove tree limbs and the limbs around the city. They plan to pick up the limbs and debris in Carterville, but don't expect to start the process until the end of January, the late January. You can go to visitcarterville.com for details about the program. The city of Carterville says, let's go. Lions, Terriers miss a jumper, and the Lions get the rebound. Here comes Gully. Left side to Hawkins. Hawkins whips it just right in the circle. Gully's 3, a little short, and another rebound for the Terriers. And not only are they missing shots, but they're not getting rebounds.
Carterville 0 for 8 from the field.
And the ball out of bounds. The turnover's going to.
Number 4 for the Terriers.
Yep. Belong to the Lions. At least it's up only 7-0. As Marlo Evans puts pressure on the ball. Nice job getting away from the double team. Caden Wilson's 3. Finally, the Lions get something going at the hand of Caden Wilson. And that makes it 7-3 here, with 3 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. Down low on the block over to the left side. Marlo Evans drives the baseline, puts it up. Oh, just ripped out by Parker Poole. Turnover number 5 on the Terriers. Hawkins. Right side, leaves it for Wilson. Another 3 from Caden, just a little too strong. Kimbrough, the rebound, goes up, puts the shot up. Foul called. And it's going to be, I believe, on McCaden Green. It is.
First foul of the game for either team.
And Alex Kimbrough, who shoots 52% from the line, averaging about 7 points a ball game. First free throw from Alex is good. This Lions broadcast is brought to you by IBEW Local 702, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all, as Kimbrough sinks both free throws. So the Lions have cut this lead down to 2 now. It's 7-5, 2:47 remaining here in this opening quarter. Terriers trying to break this 8-game winning streak. Lions trying to get back in the win column here. They're 7-7 on the season. Marlo Evans up top between the circles. Just launches the three straight away. Didn't hit the rim, but the putback rebound was too easy for McKaden Green. He's got his first field goal. And it's the Terriers by 4, 9-5. 2:24 remaining. Caden Wilson crosses over into the paint, puts it up with the right hand. Caden with 5 of the 7 for the Lions. 2-point ball game. Hawkins almost steals the ball. Colton flashed through, but it went out of bounds.
He gets a little underrated with his defense. I mean, he might be one of the top 5 defenders in the area, I think, overall.
Hawkins?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. He's got great anticipation.
He does. Very good.
So coming into the game now for the Terriers to replace Jackson Marlo Evans, it's going to be Callan Lilly. Lilly, the 5'9" junior. This is a young team. They only have 3-4 seniors on this team that are on the roster. Hawkins almost had another steal. Bounce pass down low. Green kicks it out. Coming away with it, Parker Poole. He takes it the length of the floor. The left-hand runner's good for Poole. Let's get Parker going. Ties the ball game here. 9-9 at the 1:47 mark. Terriers ball. It's Woolley to the right wing. That's Green. No, excuse me, that's Fike. He drives in and ran over the defender and picks up the charge. Great defense. Not only did Caden Wilson come alive on the offensive side, but he picks up the charge there.
It's going to go against Fike.
So Chase Fike, who just came into the game. So Corian King comes back onto the floor, and he's replacing Xavier Coffin. Length of the floor to go for the Lions. Maybe grab their first lead of the ball game here. 9-9, tied up, minute 20 remaining. Down low to Poole, off the glass, and he gets fouled. Parker can shoot free throws. And the foul is going to be on Corian King. And Parker Poole, who averages about 6 points a game, shooting free throws. Number 23. The first free throw is a brick. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling, men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins welcome. South Division Street in Carterville. That's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling. Parker Poole. Second free throw, much better, but it rolls off. And the Terriers get the rebound. Outlet pass. They take it into the front court. Up top now to Marlo Evans. Jackson dishes it left wing to Keene. Now it comes here to the near side again. Marlo Evans on the right wing. Wilson on him defensively. Evans, left corner. Lilly now back down toward the baseline with it. That's Keene. Almost trapped, but he does is forced into a turnover. Lions come away with it. That's 7 first quarter turnovers on the Terriers.
8.
Or 8.
8, yeah.
Wilson, or Jaden Wilson, finds Caden Wilson. 3 from K-Will, no good. And the Terriers get the ball on the rebound. Here into the front court. Winds up over on the left side. Marlo Evans now to Woolley, back to Evans. He drives to the elbow, drug the foot, no call. Needs to get rid of it, and finally does to Keene. Keene back to Marlo Evans. He drives baseline, fake pass, puts it up with the left hand, good from Corian Keene. 3, 2, 1, shot at the buzzer. It would count if it goes, but it's off the top of the backboard, and that ends the first quarter. We're heading to the second. The Terriers have a 2-point lead. They lead at 11-9. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
John A. Logan College is proud to support area high schools in the classroom and on the playing field. John A. Logan offers high school students the opportunity to earn college
Ziegler's
credit
down
while
by
in high
22
school.
'cause this,
Students can get a
Christopher
jump
kid,
start on their college
he
careers
is
while
11
saving
for
money.
11
After
from
high
the
school,
three-point
students
line.
can easily transition to one of the college's career and technical education programs or a traditional baccalaureate transfer program. No matter your path, you'll know why everyone says, why would you go anywhere else? Good luck this season and visit jalc.edu.
Bank with people you know, who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Welcome back to Carbondale High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan, where after about a 4-minute scoring drought to start the game for the Lions, it's a 2-point ball game. Terriers lead it 11-9.
Well, looking at some shooting stats, the Lions really struggled from the field. They were 3 out of 14, 21%, 1 out of 7 on threes, 14%. Carbondale 5 out of 10 from the field, 50%.
Terriers ball coming out of the quarter break, and shot no good, and the Lions get the rebound. Poole grabbed it. Outlet pass to Caden Wilson. Takes it into the front court. I didn't see.
Wilson scored.
Caden.
About a 12-footer on the right side.
He's got 7 of the 11 for the Lions. Terriers here on the right wing. Up top to Marlo Evans, now left side, 3 put up, a little too strong. Battle for the rebound. Alex Kimbrough ties it up, but winds up with the Terriers, and the left-hand runner's good from Corian Keene. 4 for Keene. And it's Carterville basketball. Zach Snow's into the game. He airballs a 3-pointer from the left wing, and the Terriers get it. Feed it out of bounds. It was off of Marlo Evans, and that is going to be the 9th turnover now on the Terriers. First in this quarter. It's a length of the floor to go. Here comes Jaden Wilson. Wilson to the right side. Caden takes it from there. Out on that right wing, high post pass to Parker Poole. Poole dishes it to Hawkins. Hawkins head fake into the paint, got loose, got the runner with the right hand. And that's the first field goal for Colton Hawkins, who averages 11 points a ball game. He's the leading scorer for the Lions. Out on that left wing, Marlo Evans. Now it's up top to Keene. Keene dishes it off to Green and then Keene. Now it's Marlo Evans on the right wing. Puts up the 3, no good. And Colton Hawkins. I think Colton got it lucky not going over the back there, but
could have called that for sure.
Yep. But it's going to be Carterville basketball as the ball went off of McCaden Green. So it's going to be Lions ball now. Tied up 13-13. 5:55 remaining here until halftime. Hawkins out on the left corner, spins off the block, feeds it to Poole. Poole puts it up, got fouled, and Parker, as the foul is called on Corian Keene.
His second.
And Parker shooting 2 free throws.
You can see Parker start making some of these free throws. Attaboy.
And he hits the first one. This Lions broadcast, it's brought to you by Malone's Early Learning Center in Carterville, offering programs for infant to school-age children as well as pre-K and Head Start. It's the best care anywhere. That's at Malone's Early Learning Center. Parker's second free throw, just a little short. He's 1 for 3 now from the strike. Ball out of bounds. And it's going to be Carbondale basketball. 14-13, Lions have a lead, John Homan.
Well, that's good. First time they've led the whole game.
Terriers ball. Xavier Coffin back on the floor. Hands it off to Lilly. Lilly to Fike. Jumper from Fike from 15 is good. Chase Fike, the 6-foot sophomore, his first field goal. Terriers take the 1-point lead, 15-14. Kimbrough has it on the left wing, gets it to Hawkins. He got down the baseline, kicks it out. Caden Wilson's three, good. Man, when he catches the ball in stride, he's got a sweet stroke.
He does indeed, and you can see why the Lions have missed him.
Yeah. So Lions back up 2 now, 17-15. With it now, Coffin. They whip it around to the right wing. Lilly. Fake pass to the top of the key, dribbles out, has the ball tipped, but it winds up with Coffin. Coffin on the right wing, back to the corner right, that's Lilly. Off to the right wing. Corner right, back up top to the left wing now, Marlo Evans. He gets into the paint, off the block, put the shot up a little short, and a rebound grab by Green. Ball's on the floor, 2 Terriers, 2 Lions battle for it. Jump ball, possession arrow. He's going to give it to the Carterville Lions.
Yep.
So coming into the game is going to be Dion Overy. And Carterville has the basketball. So it's going to be Hawkins. Triggers it in. 4:28 remaining here until halftime. Coming up, we'll have our Shawnee Health halftime report. We'll recap the scoring here. Take a look around Southern Illinois. Parker Poole at high post. Hawkins spins off the block, runs over the defender, and the charge is called. The defender got planted. Hawkins went over the top. Picks up the charge, and that is the first foul.
First team foul
on the Lions, and it comes here at the 4:16 mark of the second.
That's pretty unusual, isn't it?
It's unusual for this Lions team. So Terriers with it. Marlo Evans on the left wing. Skip pass here to the near side, picked off. Hawkins got a hand on it. Takes it the other way and gets the layup for the Lions. 4 in the game now for Colton. And the Lions have a 4-point lead. Marlo Evans, top of the key. Needs help. Dishes it off to Coffin. Coffin bounce pass left wing to Worley. Woolley down to the post. Shot put up no good from Overy. And Caden Wilson gets the ball, and he was fading, falling out of bounds, and he tried to get rid of it. And Kimbrough didn't see the ball behind him. Parker Poole comes to the bench. Coming into the game is going to be Amarion Adams. Amarion, where's number 4? Stands 6'6". He's the junior. He's been seeing more and more action here the last 3 or 4 games.
They need to have contributions from him to be a better team overall.
You'll take that 6'6" size as Marlo Evans drives and gets fouled. So Carterville just picked up their second foul. And it's going to be on Kimbrough. Team foul number 2. And it's going to be Jackson Marlo Evans at the line as the officials want to talk.
Okay, they're counting the basket. Did he make a shot? I think that's the discussion, whether he made the shot or not. They are
2 shots.
I never did. I thought no, you're right. It is 2 shots. So there was apparently no shot counted.
So now, Jackson Marlo Evans, a 75% free throw shooter, hits the first one. 5 in the game for the 5'11" junior out of the game. Chase Fike hands to the bench. Second free throw from Marlo Evans is good. 6 now for Evans. Makes it a 2-point ball game. Lions having problems getting into the front court. Finally, Hawkins does it. Colton dishes it right side to Kimbrough. Back to Hawkins between the circles. He drives into the free throw lane. At the line, throws it behind Jaden Wilson, who's pushed from behind. They say the ball was tipped. It's just a wild and crazy game out there. Terriers come away with it, an easy layup for Dion Overy. And it's a time ball game here, 19-19 at the 3-minute mark. Caden Wilson, right wing, baseline, jumper from 12, bounces off the front of the iron, and another rebound for the Terriers. They're a good rebounding team. Top of the key, now to the left side, that's Marlo Evans. Evans bounces with the left hand, stays out on that wing, whips it toward the baseline left. That's Lilly. Lilly crosses up, back to Woolley. Now it's Marlo Evans. He's out here right at the circle, and a foul as Marion Adams ran into the back of Dion Overy.
I'm going to call that every time. Little bit overzealous with Mr. Adams. Too much contact.
So, coming out of the game, Jaden Wilson. And Maddox Gully's back on the floor for Carterville. Good switch. Wilson picks it up defensively. Free throw line jumper is good from Xavier Coffin. Coffin's first field goal, and it's a 2-point lead now for the Terriers. Maddox Gully drives to the left side. Wilson takes it from him. Now dribbles around to the right wing. Across the free throw lane to Gully. Little floater from Maddox is good. His first field goal, he averages 5 a game. He's kind of getting that shot down. He likes that little floater.
Little floater in the middle of the lane, yeah.
If it's there, take it. Top of the key for Marlo Evans. Head fakes the 3 on the right wing, drives inside the arc, dishes it off. And that is Lilly to the left wing. 3 buried out there from Davin Woolley. That's his second 3-pointer of the game. 6 for Woolley. And it's a 3-point lead now for the Terriers. Under a minute 20 remaining until halftime. Terriers led it 11-9 in an ugly first quarter for both teams. It's not really gotten any prettier here in the second. 3-point lead for the Terriers, though. They're up 24-21, 60 seconds remaining. Lions with the ball. Gully feeds Adams. Nice assist from Maddox Gully to Amarian Adams. He finishes it off, makes it a 1-point game. Lions trail by 1, 24-23. Out on that left wing, that's Davin Woolley. Throws it up top, Lilly. Now to Woolley. He's going to dribble between the circles with Gully on him defensively. Marlo Evans out on the right wing. Caught the man free, and that was Callan Lilly. And was that Hawkins that got the block?
No, that was all Kimbrough.
Awesome. It was a good block. They get it in, 25 seconds remaining. And the runner no good. Battle for the rebound, Lions come away with it. Chance to close out the half. Maybe take the lead.
Oh, there's a shot.
In step 3 from Wilson. No good, it's saved. Back to Caden Wilson, 6'5", floater with the right hand is good for Caden Wilson.
What a save by Kimbrough.
It was, as he was flying out of bounds, and Carbondale cannot get a shot off at the buzzer. And guess what? Your Carterville Lions lead it here at the half, 25-24. Not a pretty first half of basketball at all, but the lead's the lead. We're going to run or get into our Shawnee Health halftime report. When we come back, we'll look at the scoring here in our contest. Take a look at scores from around Southern Illinois. The Lions lead it 25-24. Back in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF. Oh, nice. Lost our connection.
Oh, that's no good.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the CZS dance team.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
Okay, I got you now.
Just play your
Are we at halftime?
It's halftime, yeah. How long have we been out?
4 minutes.
Okay. Bring it back after this commercial.
Cold weather has arrived, and yeah, it's going to get colder, and your heating system just quit. Last week, your car needed repairs. Life doesn't always go as planned. At Charlie's Air Conditioning and Heating in Carterville, they understand. That's why at Charlie's, they won't sell you something you don't need. They diagnose the problem and tell you exactly what's needed. No gimmicks, whether it's a fix or a whole new unit. And as your local York dealer, you can trust Charlie's for top-quality York products. Call or visit charliesairandheat.com. Your local York dealer, committed to keeping you comfortable no matter what the temperature is.
Welcome back to Carbondale High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. Apparently, we lost our connection back to the studio, so you missed the end of that first half as the Lions lead it here at halftime, 25-24. It was an 11-9 ball game for the Terriers at the end of the first quarter, and the Lions have that 1-point lead here at the half. When you look at the scoring, starting first with the Carbondale Terriers, led by the 6 points from Jackson Marlowe Evans and Davin Woolley, each with 6 points. 2 from Xavier Coffin, 2 from Chase Fike, and 2 from Dion Overy. You have 4 from Corian Keene and 2 from Caden Green, accounting for those 24 points scored by the Terriers. When you look at the Carterville Lions, though, it's all Caden Wilson. Caden with 12, 2 from Maddox Gully, 3 from Parker Poole, 4 from Colton Hawkins, 2 from Amarian Adams, and 2 also from Alex Kimbrough. But Caden Wilson, the only player that's in double digits for both teams here. And Caden, you know, he missed those last 2 games for the Lions, and I think he came out and kind of feeling good and scoring some points here tonight.
Yeah, he just is a heck of a player, and you hate to miss him from the lineup. The Lions, I know, missed him a lot. He has so much experience out there, even though he's only a junior. And he comes out and leads the team in scoring with 12 at the half and knocked down their only 2 3-pointers of the half. So he's just a valuable player to have out there.
Again, it's 25-24 is our score here at halftime. Looking at the 2 games that took place prior to this one, the freshman game, the Lions get beat on a last-second shot to the Terriers, 44-42. And then the JV game went to overtime, but the Lions get the win, 58-54, that overtime win for the Carterville Lions in the JV game. As Lions trying to go to 8-7 on the season, the Terriers trying to snap an 8-game losing streak and improve to 7-10 on the season. And we're going to go on and take a break here on our Shawnee Health Halftime Report. When we come back, we'll have stats, and then we'll look at scores from around the region. That's all next here on News Radio WJPF.
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With
Go 90 if you would, please.
And a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at bankofheron.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kaif Mansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Matheen Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
At the Bank of Heron, we know that between family and work, it can be a challenge to find the time to take care of things like going to the bank. And really what you need is a way to do your banking on the go. Well, we've got good news. With the Bank of Heron mobile banking app, you can manage debit cards, find bank locations, monitor account activity, even make a deposit. Just a few of the ways our mobile banking app can save you a trip to the bank. We'd love for you to come and see us, but now you don't have to. The Bank of Heron. It's not just a bank, it's mobile banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Carbondale High School, Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you, 25-24. The Lions lead it by 1. John, you got some stats?
I do indeed. The team stats show, from a shooting standpoint, the Carbondale Terriers were 10 out of 22 from the field. That's 45%. They're 2 for 8 from beyond the three-point arc. That's 25%. The Carterville Lions were 10 out of 24 from the field, 41%. 2 out of 10 on three-pointers. That's 20%. From the free throw line, the Lions were 3 out of 6, 50%, and the Terriers were 2 out of 2, 100%. So neither team shooting that poorly from overall total field goals, but from three-point land, nothing to be excited about. The Lions continue to struggle from deep, only 20%, and that's pretty much, you want to be shooting at least 33. If you're going to be shooting that many threes, you need to knock down more than 2 out of 10. And the same with Carbondale, 2 out of 8 is nothing to brag about either. So, but from what I've witnessed and watching the Lions play this year, there's just such an inconsistency with shooting. And I think the Lions are capable of being a very good shooting team, but we just don't see it in the stat books very often. They don't go out there and light it up from three-point land very often, Dave.
I agree. Let's take a look at some scores from around the region. We'll start first with some Black Diamond games this evening. Weber Township, the Trojans lead Johnston City 39-27. Goreville blasting Cesar this evening. Fourth quarter score is 64-17. It is Woodlawn leading Flora 35-29. And Christopher popping Ziegler Royalton tonight 42-19. That's a halftime score. Cahokia Conference games. Redbud over Freeburg Freeburg over Redbud 32-28. Central leads Westland 32-27. And you have one final, Sparta over Perryville 75-50. Waltonville leads Oakville 18-11. Looking at some GEC games this evening, there's games coming up on Wednesday. No GEC games here tonight on the schedule. And looking at some South 7 scores, one other a game as it's a final. Centralia beats Charleston this evening 58-32. And the Lions,
Nothing on that Heron-Pinckneyville game?
Nope.
Okay.
Not seeing a Heron-Pinckneyville game.
I have a girls score, the Marion
Is that a makeup game?
Yeah, it is a makeup game.
Okay, that's why it's not showing up on my score stream. We're going to go on and take our final break here on our Shawnee Health Halftime Report. When we come back, we'll have second half action. Can the Lions hang on? We'll find out. It's coming up next on News Radio WJPF.
Serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their number one priority. When you need them, Riggin, Palach, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
As a parent, you want the best care for your family, and at Shawnee Health, we provide just that. I'm Dr. Kai Fansuri from Shawnee Health's Carterville location. Our team, including Dr. Mathine Nexad and nurse practitioners Amanda Reynolds and Teresa Johnson, offer comprehensive care for every member of your family, from newborns to grandparents. Whether it's checkups, managing conditions, or sports physicals, our Carterville team is here to keep your family healthy. Call to schedule an appointment or visit ShawneeHealth.com. Go Lions!
Welcome back to Carbondale High School, where the Lions lead it 25-24 over the Terriers.
Well, Dave, we said it'd be a pretty evenly matched game. It has been. 1 point difference in the ball game. We expected the game to be in the 40s or low 50s. We're on a pace for about a 50-48 game right now, just pretty much what we predicted so far.
And if that's the case, if those hold up, then we should have good news for the Lions when this is all over with. Lions come in averaging 50 a game. They give up about 40 a game. Terriers are moving right to left. They're in their home whites here this evening. And with the basketball, it's Davin Woolley. Woolley straight away tried to feed the high post. It was tipped out of bounds. I think that was off the hand of Maddox Gully. And it's going to stay with the Terriers. Carterville's going to be back in action coming up Friday night when they host the Murfreesboro Red Devils. Terriers triggered in. Lilly, he's between the circles at the Terriers logo. Now he dribbles left side, dishes it off to Woolley. Woolley on the left wing. Gets it down on the block. That's Green trying to back his way in. Got free, and it winds up with Marlo Evans. Reset for the Terriers. Right wing three, no good. Rebound is tracked down, though, by Davin Woolley. Woolley, baseline drive, reverses, spins it out to Marlo Evans, and he cans the three from the left wing. And the Terriers have regained the lead back up to 27-25. Here's Lions with it. Gully, top of the key. Caden Wilson, Maddox now. Jabs inside the arc, reverses out. Right wing, Hawkins, head fake, takes it to the paint, puts it up with the right hand. Short, got his own rebound, put back in the foul. Colton Hawkins, good work there in the paint. He missed the first shot, reached up and grabbed it and quickly got it away. And Colton Hawkins, that's 6 in the game for Colton, and a chance at the and one as the foul is going to be on McKaden Green. So Colton, who averages 72% from the field, or from the stripe rather, his free throw can't finish the three-point play. Ball out of bounds, last touched by the Terriers off the foot of Corian Green.
Have an updated score from Pinckneyville now. Pinckneyville leading Heron 53-45 after 3 periods. So 8-point game there.
Big ball game, actually.
Yeah.
Pinckneyville's outstanding. Heron's had a great start to the season. Bounce pass to Poole. Turns around, jumper, no good. McKaden Green gets the rebound for the Terriers. Outlet pass to Marlo Evans. Evans drives, dishes it right side. Now inside the arc, Keene puts it up, no good, and a rebound grabbed by Wilson. He just threw the ball away, and then the Terriers had the pass broken up by Caden Wilson. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Campbell Brothers. Garage and towing since 1975, full service garage and towing. If you need a tow, maybe you get locked out of your car, you can call Campbell Brothers at 618-942-4875. Also brought to you by Polar Whip. Come taste the legend, Polar Whip and Energy, a Southern Illinois tradition featuring car hops. Call ahead, place your order, 988-9210. When you arrive, they'll bring it out to you. That's at Polar Whip in Energy. 6:13 remaining here in the third. 27-27, the runner no good, but the Lions again turn the ball over. They get a rebound, and that is 2 possessions in a row where they've got a defensive rebound and thrown the ball away.
Well, you have to look, make sure.
How many turnovers you have?
Well, I have a total of 7, 2 in this quarter. That's for the Lions, but you just have to do a better job of looking before you make that outlet pass. Don't force it, in other words.
Terriers with an opportunity to regain the lead. Should be a 5-second call or 3-second call, and it wasn't there. Into the paint, dish it left side, 3 from Lilly. High off the rim, no good, tipped out, and Alex Kimbrough saves it for the Lions. Outlet pass to Hawkins. Hawkins down the lane, up and under, good. 8 now for Colton. Lions back up to 29-27. Marlo Evans, left of the circle. Off to the left side, that's Lilly. Now they whip it back to Marlo Evans on the right wing. He drives in against Caden Wilson. Little fadeaway jumper off the neck of the rim, no good. And Hawkins gets the rebound for Carterville. Outlet pass to Maddox Gully. Crosses over to the block, found Kimbrough. Alex drives in, into the lane. Now to Caden Wilson. Whip it back up top to Hawkins. Step back at the elbow. They wind up in the corner with Kimbrough. Forces his way down the lane. In the paint, the runner for Maddox Gully. Good job for Maddox. Nice body control. He gets the bucket. The steal belongs with the Lions. Open 3 from Hawkins. No good. And finally, it's Green. It gets the rebound for the Terriers. Timeout called by Coach Jim Miller here at the 4:35 mark of the third quarter. And it is going to be a 30-second timeout as well. Lions up 31-27. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break, a craft dinner experience with a relaxing atmosphere, or a Saturday brunch spot. It's Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
Lions broadcast brought to you by Mayor Brad Robinson in the city of Carterville. Hey, they are planning to remove tree debris and limbs, but they plan on doing this at the end of the month, late January. And you can go to visitcarterville.com for details about the program. The city of Carterville says, let's go Lions, as the bucket is good from McKaden Green. Green's got 4 now for the Terriers. And it's back to a 2-point lead for the Lions with the basketball. Nice give and go, high-low from Caden Wilson to Colton Hawkins. He's into double digits now with 10 with that bucket, 33-29. Terriers with it. Lilly to Marlo Evans. Now it's out here to Marlo Evans, who drives, tried to feed the post. That's Green. Ball out of bounds, and he stepped out of bounds. And turnover number 2 on the Terriers here in the quarter.
Lions have an opportunity to build on that 4-point lead, Dave, and maybe get a little bit of distance between the two teams.
A little bit better here in the third.
Yeah.
A little bit better here for the Lions in the third. They trailed by 2, 11-9 at the end of the first. Had the 1-point lead, 25-24 there at the half. Wilson puts the shot up. It's contested and maybe partially blocked. Marlo Evans for the Terriers loses the ball out of bounds. He just let go of it, and it winds up going out of bounds. Turnover number 3, and overall turnover number 13 for the Terriers tonight. Lions with just 7 turnovers. Hawkins taking his time to Alex Kimbrough. Now it's up top to Wilson. Back to Hawkins. Right of the circle, leaves it for Wilson. Wilson to Kimbrough now. He's on the right wing. Jab steps inside the arc, reverses back toward the corner. Hands it to Wilson. He's got an open 3. Off the mark, no good. Parker Poole tips it out, and Maddox Gully gets the ball for the Lions. Good job by Poole. Here's Gully, reverses around. Now to Hawkins. Back to Maddox on the left wing. Bounce pass down low to Poole. Turns it over. Couldn't field it cleanly. And the foul is going to be on Kimbrough. Yeah. Caden Wilson's going to get a breather as he comes to the bench. Zach Snow is onto the floor for Coach Shane Hawkins. It's 33-29, under 3 to play here in the third quarter. Marlo Evans, who averages 14 a game. He's got 9. And that's the leading scorer for the Terriers. Here just left of the circle, Woolley. Bounce pass to the baseline drive. Lilly kicks it out, throws it away, another turnover.
Sloppy basketball, especially by the Terriers in this quarter.
3 turnovers in the last 4 possessions, I believe.
4 for the quarter, 3 in, you're right, 3 in the last 4 possessions.
Gully drives his way into the front court in a reach-in called by Jackson Marlo Evans. That's going to be the first on Evans. And that is the second team foul on the Terriers. Lions have 1 team foul.
That's something good to talk about. Not many fouls we've called tonight for either team.
Lions have only had 4 in the game.
Yeah.
Snow on the right wing. Skip pass to Hawkins. Wide open 3 from Gully off the front of the iron. Bounces twice, no good. And the rebound grabbed by the Terriers into the front court. Here's Woolley. Leaves it for Fike now. Marlo Evans had it. Ball's on the floor. Kimbrough comes away with it. Officials let him play there.
Yep.
Snow gets it to Gully. Maddox at the near hash. Minute 45 remaining. 33-29 is our score. Gully, left side to Hawkins, back to Maddox, now right side to Zach. They feed the post, Poole. Nice ball movement by the Lions. Maddox feeding the post down low to Parker Poole. That was a good possession by the Lions right there.
Very sweet assist from Gully down low.
Poole's got 5. The Lions, their biggest lead of the game, they're up 6 now, 35-29. Minute 15 remaining here in the third quarter. Terriers with it. Left wing, Woolley. Down toward the corner, that's Coffin. Coffin faced up with Hawkins. Skip pass to the right side to Fink. Fink dribbles in, now gets it back to Woolley. Woolley, right side to Marlo Evans. Jabs inside the arc on the right side, back to Woolley. Woolley gets free, puts up the 3. Way high off the glass. Didn't hit any of the rim.
Nah, he forced that shot.
42 seconds remaining. Lions can extend this 6-point lead here this evening. Lions trying to pick up their 8th win of the season. Terriers trying to improve to 7-10 on the season. 25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Lions probably will hold for the final shot.
As they should.
Parker Poole way up high. Bounce pass now to Hawkins. Colton to Snow. Snow to Gully. 12, 11, 10. Now Hawkins gets it out toward the hash. Crosses up. Forces his way into the paint. Good job. Finds Parker Poole. And Poole finishes it for the Lions. Great feed from Hawkins to end the quarter. And what a good quarter for the Carterville Lions as they lead it 37-29. We are heading to the fourth quarter. Stay with us. Fourth quarter action coming up next here on News Radio WJPF.
Montgomery's Place in Carterville is your place for taking a quick lunch break. A
Carbondale 1 out of 6 in the third quarter. Turned the ball over 5 times in the quarter.
Montgomery's Place. Their menu offers full breakfast options and hot and cold espresso drinks. Ask about their weekly dinner specials Thursday through Saturday. Their full bar and signature cocktails makes Montgomery's Place the perfect place for your next private party or event. Proud to be a longtime Carterville Lions booster. Montgomery's Place on South Division Street.
She takes a tumble.
SIU Credit Union now offers interest with their free checking with e-statements accounts. Sign up for free checking and start earning a dividend on balances over $1,000. Open with just $25, and there's no monthly fees when you sign up for e-statements. Get access to over 85,000 free ATMs nationwide and free online banking and valuable SIU CU rewards. To start earning, apply online at SIUCU.org. Membership required, insured by NCUA.
Welcome back to Carbondale High School. Dave McKenzie and John Homan with you. It's a pretty good quarter for the Lions. They lead at 37-29 as we head to the fourth.
They were sensational in the quarter. They knocked down a total of 6 field goals and only missed 3. So 6 out of 9, I think that's what, 66% from the field. Whereas the Terriers really struggled, only making 1 field goal in the third quarter with a total of 5 misses, so 1 for 6 from the field. The key in that third quarter was 5 turnovers by the Terriers. Let the Lions pull away.
Now 5 points scored by the Terriers. Lions have it, though. Starting play here in the fourth quarter. Maddox Gully getting bumped quite a bit from Davin Woolley defensively from the Terriers. Now it's Hawkins. Dishes it to Gully. To the corner left, that's Logan Engel into the game. His three's no good. Zach Snow misses a putback opportunity. Ball's loose. Engel had it. Now it's Gully that has it. Finds Hawkins. He head fakes the 3. Right side, Snow thought about the 3. Great ball movement the last 2 possessions. The ball tipped out of bounds off the hands of Xavier Coffin for the Terriers. Wow. Carterville making that extra pass, that extra pass, that extra pass.
Sometimes too many.
Yeah, sometimes
have wide open looks. You got to consider those wide open looks when you have them.
So Hawkins out on the right wing. That's Colton. Colton with 10 points here in the contest. Left side. Engel's 3 is good for Logan Engel. Logan Engel was one that started strong at the beginning of the season for the Lions, and then he was gone for a couple of games, and he's been kind of quiet, but it'd be nice to get him going. They could use some points out of Logan. Jumper is good from Jackson Marlowe Evans. That puts him at 11 for the game. And it's a 9-point lead for the Lions. Right side, Ingles 3, no good. And a rebound grab by Marlowe Evans for the Terriers. 6:40 remaining, 40-31 is our score. Coming up post-game wise, we'll talk to Shane Hawkins. We'll recap scores here and around Southern Illinois. So with the Terriers having it, it's Coffin, corner left to Woolley. Down to the block, put it up with the left hand. Good job.
Very nicely done.
By McKaden Green. He's made some really nice shots.
Went with the left hand. He's a right-handed shooter. He switched to the left, I do believe.
So it's 7-point lead now for the Lions. Floater with the right hand going, just a little too strong. Hit off the back of the iron. And another rebound for the Terriers. So they can cut into this 7-point lead on this possession. Out the left wing, 3 from Woolley. No good. Terriers another rebound. Marlowe Evans, he puts up the 3, no good. And another rebound, offensive rebound for the Terriers. 2 in a row on this possession. Elbow jumper in, out, no good. Another rebound for the Terriers. The 4th of this possession, tipped away. Marlowe Evans has it, reverses it to Woolley. He launches a long-range 3, no good. And finally, Parker Poole gets the defensive board for the Lions. My goodness.
They had every shot in the book and couldn't put any of them in the hole.
Hawkins down the lane, and a foul called on the Terriers. Going to be shooting 2 as the foul was on Davin Woolley. And Colton Hawkins. I think Colton may have got the benefit of the doubt there, saying he was shooting.
Yeah, that was questionable whether he was in the act of shooting, but Lions will take it, won't they?
Absolutely. And the free throw is no good. This Lions broadcast brought to you by IBEW Local 702. Proud supporters of Lions sports and dedicated to providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all. Also brought to you by Stephen Rich's Barber Styling for men, women, and children, offering cuts, styling, and perming. Walk-ins are welcome. Right there on South Division Street in Carterville. It's Stephen Rich's Barber Styling as Hawkins hits the free throw. 11 in the game for Colton. Timeout on the floor here with 5:12 remaining. And it's going to be a full timeout. Lions have the lead, 40-33. We'll be back in 60 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
The Bank of Heron has been serving Southern Illinois since 1937, offering everything from checking and savings accounts to loans and a full-service trust department. With convenient locations and a dedicated professional staff, our outreach and involvement in the communities we serve plays an integral role in how we do business, proving it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. The Bank of Heron. Find out more at bankofheron.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Central Hospital for Animals in Marion, Heron, Carbondale, and Harrisburg has been taking care of your furry family members for over 40 years. Sure, they do wellness visits and routine vaccinations, but you might not know about everything they offer, like orthopedic surgery for pets with hip or knee injuries, and laser therapy to reduce inflammation, pain, or promote wound healing. Noticing that your pet stopped jumping? Maybe they've just slowed down in general. Central Hospital for Animals offers chiropractic services too. Online at centralvet.net.
41-33 is our score here with 5:12 remaining in this ball game. Lions, who trailed by 2 at the end of the first quarter, had a 1-point lead at halftime. Really had a good third quarter, finished up 37-29 with the lead at the end of 3. And they're up 8 here, 41-33, John.
Had that same 8-point lead they had at the end of the third quarter.
Getting free underneath for the Terriers was David Woolley. A nice pass to feed Woolley. 8 in the game for Woolley. It's a 6-point lead for the Lions. Maddox Gully's in trouble. Now it's Hawkins that takes over. He speeds his way into the front court, finally to Kimbrough. Alex reverses it, brings it up between the circles toward the far sideline. Hands it off to Hawkins. Carterville, you would think, would want to run a little bit of time, and a reach in is going to be called on Corian Keene. It's going to be the third on Keene.
the only player for any team in any kind of foul trouble, if you want to call 3 fouls in the fourth quarter foul trouble.
So it's Carterville ball, far sideline. Clock ticks to 4.5 remaining here in the game. Lions back in action Friday night, 7:30 at home. And they host the Murfreesboro Red Devils and Coach Daryl Murphy. That's Maddox Gully that gets the runner with the right hand. Maddox has his averages. He's got 6. He averages 5. The clock down to about midway through this fourth quarter. Terriers, Marlo Evans misses the fadeaway runner, and Carterville gets the rebound. Better job on the boards here in the last 2 minutes. Hawkins to elbow, dishes it off to Wilson. Alex is going to dribble up toward Carbondale Terrier logo at midcourt. Now it's the bounce pass from Kimbrough to Hawkins that turns around and gets the bucket.
Well orchestrated there on the offensive end.
13 from Colton Hawkins. Jumper from the Terriers, no good. Rebound by Green. Ball's tied up. And the jump ball is going to keep it with the Terriers, as it was Kimbrough and Hawkins that were there battling with Green.
Could have called a reach-in foul, but they chose to call it a jump ball, much to the chagrin of the Terriers fans.
So triggering in is going to be Fike. Gets to Marlo Evans. He dribbles with the right hand. They take it around to the far side. King dishes it off to Fike. Now it winds up with Marlo Evans. Spins at the elbow, puts it up with the left hand. Got them. Oh, I thought that was going to go.
Oh, how did that not go down, Dave?
Foul called on the Lions.
That was down a couple of times.
And I think it's going to be, that's going to be on Alex Kimbrough.
Yeah, his third.
So Jackson Marlo Evans, who averages 14 a game, just hits the first free throw, puts him at 12.
So what you're saying is he's pretty close to his average.
Pretty close. And there's a 75% chance he hits his average on the next one.
There you go.
13. Carterville gets it into the front court now. Caden Wilson. So nice to see Caden back. Boy, they missed him when he was gone those 2 games. That's 10-plus points a ball game the Lions didn't have, and both of those games were losses.
I'm pretty confident to say that they would have won at least one and probably would have won both had he played. Shouldn't say that maybe. I kind of think that's the way it would have worked, though.
So Gulling,
he makes a difference.
To Poole, to Hawkins, he does make a difference. 45-37, 2.5 to play. Good patience by the Lions on this possession. Reverses it back to Caden Wilson.
You got a foul if you're Carbondale.
I would at some point. They've got 2 team fouls. Kimbrough got free, finds Poole. They reverse it back out. Good ball movement by the Lions. That's been outstanding from the second quarter on.
Yeah.
For the Lions, the ball movement, the passing, the extra pass. Foul is called on Jackson Marlo Evans, his second. Timeout is taken by Coach Jim Miller. Here with 2:13 remaining. This Lions broadcast brought to you by Polar Whip in Energy. Come taste the legend. You can call ahead and place your order at 618-988-9210. And they have car hops that when you arrive, they'll bring your order to you. That's at Polar Whip in Energy. We're going to go on and take a break. Back in 30 seconds. Lions lead at 45-37 here on News Radio WJPF. Back in 30.
Rise Performance in downtown Carterville is one of Southern Illinois' best fitness facilities.
73-59 final, Pinckneyville by 14.
24/7 access with 9,000 square feet of equipment. They offer group classes, women's only classes, youth strength and conditioning, personal training, sports medicine, and massage therapy.
Interesting note, Dave.
For a great variety of cardio equipment.
They've scored 45 points and didn't score till the 3:15 mark. That's over half a quarter. You know, so they've scored.
Update your score you got, John.
Oh, the
Tigers?
Pinckneyville Panthers held held firm at home, knocked off the Heron Tigers 73-59 in that intra-conference game. And so Panthers continue to play well. Tigers on a 2-game losing streak.
Of course, the Lions were supposed to play the Panthers over the weekend. That got postponed because of the weather, so that's been moved to February 18th.
Right.
So we'll make that game up. Carterville leads it here 45-37, 2:13 remaining here in the contest. Terriers riding an 8-game losing streak. They started the season 6-2, but they've dropped 8 in a row. And I think John mentioned earlier, just a couple away from their longest winning streak.
Losing streak.
Ever.
Yes.
Did I say winning streak or
Yes.
losing streak?
You
Yeah,
said
losing streak, yes.
I think 10 is the record.
Caden Wilson up top. Under 2 to play now. They come out, double team. They find Maddox going. Carterville's just running the clock, running the clock, running the clock. Finally, a push foul called on Corian Keene. That's going to be the 4th on Keene as he bumped Colton Hawkins. Stop the clock at the minute 40 mark. Still just the 14 foul. So another timeout is taken, and this time it's taken by Shane Hawkins. It comes at the 140 mark. Lions up 45-37. We'll be back in 30 here on News Radio WJPF. You good, boss?
At the Bank of Heron, we know
There
the
we go.
recipe
Sorry
for
about
success
that.
begins
Sorry.
with the right ingredients. So we've taken services like mobile banking and teen debit accounts, added in helpful employees and a full trust department, and topped it off with a commitment of service to our communities. Put it all together, and it's clear why the Bank of Heron is a leader in the communities we serve. Community strong, the Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This Lions broadcast is brought to you by Campbell Brothers Garage and Towing, serving Southern Illinois for 50 years. Full-service garage and new computerized 4-wheel alignment machine. Call 618-942-4875. Minute 35 remaining. Lions have the lead, 45-37. They've been able to run a lot of clock here in this 4th quarter. Bounce pass to Wilson, and a foul called on the Terriers. So Jaden Wilson, rather, as the foul was on Callan Lilly, the first on Lilly. Mike Reese in the house. Nice to see Michael.
He's always
around
somewhere,
a sporting
event, isn't he?
He's always somewhere.
That's right.
Wilson, Jaden Wilson at the line. Missed the first free throw. 45-37, a minute 25 remaining. It's always nice to see Mike Reese, though.
I'm glad he's still in the area.
Yeah.
I thought he might move out of the area, but I'm glad to see him stay here. You never know where he might reemerge.
Second free throw from Wilson's no good. Couldn't finish it. And Alex Kimbrough picks up the foul.
4 on him.
No. Yep. So that's only the second team foul. So with 80 seconds remaining in this game, Lions a precocious lead, I think is the way to put it. 45-37. Marlo Evans launches the 3, in and out. Boy, that almost went in. Hawkins gets the rebound. They have the trap. They bump Colton, and I believe that's going to be Lilly. It is Lilly. Picks up his second. So Colton Hawkins, who shoots 72% from the line. Chance to ice this for the Lions with 62 seconds remaining. Colton averaging 11 a ball game. He's setting at 13 points on the evening. Gets that one to go.
He's been the difference in the second half, without a doubt. He has 10 of his 14 in the second half, Dave, and especially that third quarter, he really got things going on the offensive end.
6 in that third quarter. Second free throw was good from Colton.
I wish I were tracking his steals tonight. He's had probably 4 or 5 out there tonight.
10-point lead for the Lions. 47-37. Terriers get the ball in, pull up, into the front court. 50 seconds remaining. Here's Marlo Evans, dishes it off. Cawthon puts up the three and buries it. Stops the clock on the timeout by Coach Jim Miller. Let's see here. You bring up an interesting point, my friend.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear. Let me grab the old stat sheet here. As a team, the Lions average 8.5 steals a ball game.
That sounds pretty accurate. I'd say Colton has about half of them, probably.
And defensively,
you mentioned his anticipation. That defense is his strong suit. He can be an offensive threat, sometimes a big-time scorer, but defense is really his strong suit, I think.
he averages 2.5 a ball game.
Yeah, that's pretty good. We've seen several times where he's gotten double that in the games.
Yeah. So with 48 seconds remaining, Lions have the 7-point lead. It's 47-40. Lions spreading it out. Hawkins gets it to, nice job. They just switched places on the inbound pass, and Carbondale has no choice but to foul Logan Engel, who's on the floor. The foul is Xavier Cawthon. It's going to be the first on Cawthon and Logan Engel. Averaging 3 points a ball game. He hit a three-pointer earlier. And that first free throw is too strong. This Lions broadcast, just a reminder, the city of Carterville, they want you to know that they plan on picking up the debris and the limbs from the ice storm, but they plan to do that toward the end of the month. Nice job from Engel hitting a free throw. And you can go to visitcarterville.com for more details about the program. That's from Mayor Brad Robinson, the city of Carterville. Carterville gets a rebound, 30 seconds remaining, and a foul called on Davin Woolley. And Colton Hawkins can go shoot free throws for the Lions.
See, Carbondale's they're a year away from being a much better team. This is a team that could go out and play this group in JV, with the exception of one player. They could play this on the JV level. So I think next year you're going to see a much stronger Carbondale team record-wise.
I think so as well. They got some talent.
And I think Carterville will be the same way. I mean,
yeah,
you have
because this is a young team too.
Most of your key players are back. Now you're going to have to find somebody to replace Kimbrough and find somebody to replace Poole. But that's what you hope, that Adams can step up and Zach Snow and guys like that can step up.
Hawkins cans the second free throw. Well, the best thing about...
He made both, right?
No, he missed the first one.
Okay.
49-40 timeout here on the floor. We'll just keep it here.
Yeah.
But, with this win, we reverse the trend back the other way. Now we can start a 3-game winning streak. It'd be nice. I would take that. A win over Murphy on Friday night, and then that first win against Hamilton County in the BIT.
Oh, there's no Saturday game this weekend.
There is no Saturday game.
Okay. Hamilton County would
be. And then it'd be nice to knock off the Benton Rangers. If you could beat the Hamilton, I know we're not supposed to look ahead.
Right?
That would be awesome.
They're undefeated, at least so far. So, that would certainly put the Lions in the limelight if they could do that on the Benton home floor, wouldn't it?
That would be pretty amazing.
Well, the Lions are one of those teams that you don't want to play if they're playing their game. Because when they're playing their game, when they're clicking on all cylinders, they can defend the heck out of you, and they can find ways to score even if they're not shooting a high percentage from the field. And they played really well in the second half in particular tonight.
That Benton Invitational starts next Monday.
Yeah, a week from
last night.
I mean, yeah, just less than a week away.
Ball.
Hawk on the foul.
Yep. Hawkins. That is the second on Colton. Still just the third team foul on the Lions.
What do you think of that BIT format where you play just 3 total games?
I like it. Sometimes you get to where 4 or 5 games. That's a lot in a week.
It is.
Jumper. They wanted a foul call. No call. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Colton Hawkins. And with 12 seconds remaining, it's going to stay with the Terriers. They trigger into the backcourt. 10 seconds remaining. Woolley gets bumped by Hawkins or Engel. It's going to be on Logan. Oh, Colton Hawkins, I'm sorry.
Take your pick.
Could have been either one. Them Lions are going to improve, though.
Yep.
8-7 on the season, and Coach Jim.
Very important one, I would say, Dave, to get that psyche up. Get things positive.
Absolutely. Coach Jim Miller going to be riding a 9-game losing streak, which is odd for the Terriers, as they will fall to 6-11. 3-ball no good. Air ball. Logan Engel grabs it. That's the ball game. 49-40, the final score. The Carterville Lions, as we said, now 8-7 on the season. The Terriers are 6-11. 49-40, the final. We are going to get into our Riggins, Pillage, and Burke Funeral Home post-game show. It's coming up next. We'll be back in 90 seconds here on News Radio WJPF.
Riggin, Pillage, and Burke Funeral Home is a family-owned and operated full-service funeral home serving Southern Illinois since 1930. They provide dignified, caring, and individualized services to their client families. The funeral home you choose is not just the business down the street, but the caring staff that counsels you in one of the most difficult times in your life. From the time of the first phone call, your family is their #1 priority. When you need them, Riggin, Pillage, and Burke Funeral Home in Carterville is there.
Bank with people who know and love Southern Illinois. First Southern Bank is a community bank that cares for and gives back to the communities we serve. Locally owned, local people, local decisions, and locations throughout Southern Illinois to serve you. First Southern Bank. Community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Visit First Southern Bank at firstsouthernbank.net.
Don't let the name fool you. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702 represents more than just electricians. The IBEW is made up of Southern Illinois linemen, tree trimmers, telephone workers, utility workers, city employees, factory workers, construction workers, and many more. So when you support the IBEW, you're really supporting Southern Illinois. Help make Southern Illinois a brighter place. Put your trust in the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 702, providing a better lifestyle for members and a better life for all.
Welcome back to the Bob Brewer Court here at Carbondale High School. John Homan alongside. I'm Dave McKenzie. Carterville Lions broke that 3-game losing streak. They win it tonight 49-40. They led it, or they trailed by 2, 11-9 at the end of the first quarter. Had the 1-point lead at halftime, 25-24. Extended that lead out, had an 8-point lead at the end of 3, 37-29. Wind up winning this evening by 9, 49-40. Looking at individual scoring, we'll start first with the Terriers. 13 tonight from Jackson Marlowe Evans to lead the Terriers in scoring. 5 in the game from Xavier Coffin, 2 from Chase Fike, 2 from Dion Overy, 8 from Davin Woolley, 4 from Corian Keene, and 6 from McKaden Green from the Carbondale Terriers. For the Lions, they were led by the 16 from Colton Hawkins, 2 in the game for Alex Kimbrough, 2 for Amarian Adams. Welcome back, Caden Wilson. He scores 12 on the evening in his first game back for the Lions in 3 games. Logan Engel has 4 tonight. 7 in the game for Parker Poole and 6 from Maddox Gully. The Lions get the win here, 49-40. JV Lions win 58-54 in overtime, and the freshman Lions beat by the Terriers on a last-second shot, 44-42. 49-40, the final score here in this varsity contest. Lions now 8-7 on the season, going into the conference game coming up Friday night against the Murfreesboro Red Devils back at Carterville High School. We'll have pregame coverage starting at 7:15. Tip-off is slated for about 7:45. Terriers now 6-11 on the season, and they are going to be heading to Mount Vernon coming up Friday night. So
tough.
That's a tall task for the Terriers.
Indeed.
Heading into hostile territory there with the Mount Vernon Rams on Friday night. 49-40, the final score here.
Shooting
What do you got?
stats, just getting finished here right now. Second half, we'll take a look at those first, because that's where the game was decided. It was a 1-point game at the half. Lions only led by 1. The Carbondale went 6 out of 24 from the field in the second half. That's only 25%. They're 1 out of 6 on threes. The Carterville Lions, 9 out of 18 from the field in the second half. That's 50%, but only 2 of 11, Dave, on threes. And so for the game, take a look for the game. The Carbondale Terriers 16 out of 46 from the field, 3 out of 14 on threes. The Lions 19 out of 42 from the field, just a little under 50%. 4 for 21 on threes. That's under 20%. And I guess I'm just old school, Dave, but I feel like if you can't shoot any better than that from three-point land, then quit shooting so many.
Well,
they seem to find better ways. It seems like they're a better shooting team from inside the arc. I mean, they're just consistently below that 33% mark and often below the 30% mark, and tonight under the 20% mark.
I just keep going back
I don't know what to say
like
about
when
that.
the
Nice win, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And you go back to the beginning of the season at that Trico tournament, Lions started off shooting 3 balls pretty good.
Yeah, which is what made us think that this might be kind of a really
kind of
good
set us
shooting
up,
year.
maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, things change throughout the season, and it could still change again.
Absolutely.
There's still plenty of time where the Lions could start finding the range, from three-point land.
Ebbs and flows of the game, John Homan.
Absolutely.
That's what that's called. But the Lions get the W here this evening as they knock off the Carbondale Terriers 49-40. And Coach Shane Hawkins joins us here in our broadcast location this evening. Coach, congratulations. Snapped that 3-game losing streak. It wasn't pretty in that first quarter. It was actually pretty darn ugly, but things got better, and a win's a win.
Just, I don't know, what did we start at 0 for 5, 6, 7, 8 from the field and had decent looks again, but it'll turn sometime. Well, somebody's going to pay for it. I don't know when or where, but somebody's going to pay for it.
I told John that he and I were going to probably have to wind up running laps because of that poor start.
Man, you know what? But we were able to. I think we were down. Was it 13-11, 11-9 after the first quarter? So you got off to a really bad start offensively. They kind of got mojo going. We kind of let our lack of offense affect us defensively. We had a couple breakdowns when they got out 7-0. What really got us the first half defensively was ball screen defense. And when our ball screen defense was bad, they were able to get in the paint, and it wasn't that they scored on the first one, but it just opened up avenues for those guys to get to the offensive glass. I thought the second half we were really good. We shut down dribble penetration. We made them shoot jumpers. Our ball screen D was better, and then we out-rebounded them the second half because we made them take tough shots.
Yeah.
And I think they scored 16 points in the second half. I mean, I don't care who you're playing. You hold the team to 16 points in the second half. You've done a pretty good job on the defensive end. So really proud of our guys because we always, did you win or did you win because they gave it to you or did you earn the win? And I thought tonight we earned it. We did enough right to to win the basketball game tonight.
Coach, you had the third quarter was a difference. You guys were only up 1 going into the third quarter. You pulled out to an 8-point lead at the end of the quarter. Colton had 3 field goals in the third quarter, and 2 big assists that resulted in baskets for Parker pulled down low. I think 1 came from Colton and 1 came from Gully that gave him easy layups. And that little spurt of offense just gave you that spread that you really needed to have.
Yeah, we have to. When we went back and watched film, one of our issues offensively was in the paint. We play off 1 foot so much in the paint, and we're always off balance. And you guys will find this hard to believe, but we work on playing off 2 feet every single day. And thought we got off balance a couple times in the first quarter, which why it took us so long to score. But I thought the second half we did a real good job of getting into the paint and being on balance. We were able to finish. We got a couple and ones. Then we were able to make the right pass because we were on balance. And Parker stayed at home in his spot, and we were able to find him, and he finished at the rim.
Just the fact that you had Caden Wilson back in the lineup tonight, he makes a big difference with this team. Not only is he a good shooter, but he's a leader on the floor. He finishes with 12. And when you look back now, you really miss him in those 2 previous games. And he comes out here tonight and just lays out his 12 points for your Lions.
There's no question. And you hear guys at the professional level or even college level talk about the next guy up. That's really hard in high school. I mean, we can mention it and talk about it, but it's really hard in high school when somebody's used to playing 6 or 8 minutes and now they have to go play 25. It's just really hard for guys to adjust to that. And having him back and getting guys back, everybody was in their role tonight.
Yep.
Everybody they were in the right position. They got the minutes that they get, and things had a little bit more flow to them for us both offensively and defensively. So, yeah, anytime you start losing guys, I mean, it just makes it hard on you. And we're glad to have him back, no question, because he was really good early. When it was a struggle for us to score, he was able to go get a couple baskets for us to kind of get us on the board there.
I guess the last question I've got, I know we're not going to say a lot now, but Friday night it's back to conference play, and it's Murfreesboro coming to town.
Yeah, and really good. It's just, a lot of the same guys they had last year. Cade Brooks is really good. Bankhead is athletic. Kimion Hale is just a load down there. They're playing him. They're playing him a lot. They didn't play him very much last year, but they're playing him a ton now. And he can do work down there that not very many people can. Bosey's a shooter in the corner. Guthman's the shooter in the other corner. So they have weapons, and it's going to be a tough cover. We're going to have to be able to defend. We're going to have to be able to defend personnel, but we're also going to have to be able to defend their action and not let those guys get comfortable and play horse. Because if it's you've seen our shooting percentages the last couple of games. If it's a horse game, we're probably not going to win because they have guys that can. Yeah. If you give them space and let them get their feet set, they can knock it down. So we're going to enjoy this one. We'll go back to work tomorrow after school and start preparing for the Red Devils for Friday night.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. We'll see you on Friday.
Yes, sir. Coach Shane Hawkins joining us here. Our John A. Logan Coaches show. John A. Logan, why would you go anywhere else? Lions win it tonight 49-40 on the road at Carbondale. Lions now 8-7 on the season. Terriers are now 6-11 on the season. 49-40, the final score here from Carbondale. Thanks to Gannon back at the studio. Thanks, buddy, for your help tonight. And to John Homan, I'm Dave McKenzie. We'll talk to you Friday night from Carterville High School as the Murfreesboro Red Devils come to town. Thank you for tuning in to Lions basketball here on News Radio WJPF. God bless, everybody.
This has been a broadcast of
Thanks, buddy.
Lion
Appreciate
Athletics.
it.
This broadcast was brought to you in part by
We'll talk to you this week sometime.